As a matter of fact, this meeting, as I said, put on by Congressman Russ Carnahan, wasn't even about health care, but it was still what everyone was wanting to talk about last night. Outside the meeting, protesters got angry because they say they were being kept out of the meeting while Democratic-friendly union members and Acorn representatives were being allowed in. That's what they said. In the end, a conservative African-American man protesting against the health care proposal was roughed up and sent to the hospital. He says it was some union members who did it. Overall, both sides are unhappy with where these discussions are going.
All I wanted to ask is, if this is such a good thing, why, number one, is it being forced through so fast?
These are regular people. They're not part of any organized group. They're making their own signs. Nobody came with printed signs.
The meeting was sponsored by Congressman Russ Carnahan's office. Michelle Anselmo is live in Melville, where the congressman says the forum was meant to focus solely on Medicaid and Medicare. Michelle?
Well, that's right, Tom, and I can tell you that while Carnahan's office did say that this town hall meeting would focus strictly on senior citizens issues, opposition groups were online telling everybody there would be a show of force coming out here tonight to show, their disgust really in the president's healthcare reform plan. Supporters and protesters together, all politically charged, some carrying signs opposing President Obama's healthcare plan.
The purpose of this event, organized months ago, is information and resources for senior citizens and families facing long-term care and lifestyle change issues, with a focus on services available to seniors and their families.
But that's not what this crowd came to talk about. Opponents of the health care reform plan wanted their voices heard. Vote him out! Vote him out! Vote him out! But outside, tensions and tempers started to flare. Another couple hundred were locked out because there wasn't enough space, angry and upset to be turned away from the public forum. Representative Russ Carnahan did leave rather quickly following this meeting that ended at 8 o'clock. He did have a pretty heavy police presence with him. His office tells us this is not the outcome he had intended. We're live in South County. Michelle Anselmo, Fox 2 News.
Did you go to this meeting, this town hall meeting yourself? I mean, are you part of any club, or were you did someone just summons you, like some organization, or did you just show up?
I just showed up. I don't have a satin jacket. I don't have a laminated club card. I just showed up like everyone else. And I went to Congressman Russ Carnahan's healthcare town hall forum just this evening. And just, with a bunch of other people, we just showed up. No one told us to show up. No one told us what questions to ask, or even to ask any questions at all. They have concerns about this healthcare legislation. And are our elected officials so out of touch with their own districts that they don't even recognize the people in their districts, and they can't understand why they would have any kind of questions?
And News 4's Julian Grace is live at the St. Louis County Jail, because that's where some of those protesters ended up, right?
Yeah, Virginia, according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, 6 people were arrested, including the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter. And we believe those 6 people are being held here at the St. Louis County Jail. On Thursday night, Bernard Middle School was filled with supporters and opponents to the health care reform. The forum on aging quickly turned into a shouting match about health care reform. During that meeting, Representative Russ Carnahan took one question that had been submitted earlier on health care. Some attending the meeting were frustrated with how Carnahan addressed the issues on health care.
I was disappointed that Representative Carnahan, who is my representative, did not answer spontaneous questions from the floor.
And it was outside a forum on aging hosted by Congressman Russ Carnahan. Now, health care reform was not what he was there to actually talk about, but that's what the people wanted to talk about. about 1,000 of them, and they wanted inside, but only 200 were allowed in. 6 people were arrested at this demonstration.